Well, that didn't exactly go as planned. It's Monday morning. My hand is still a little numb, but let me explain what happened. Last night, I ate some dinner, and I was going to go in the other room to do some video editing, and on my walk over to the other room, my left arm completely went numb, like tingly, numb, all the way from my shoulder to my fingertips. It was the strangest thing I've ever felt. Well, maybe not the strangest, but definitely one of the strangest things I've ever felt. And then I was having some chest pains. Not that chest pains are anything new to me. I've had acid reflux for years, but this was different, like different chest pain. And so with my left arm completely numb, I gave it about 5 minutes and it was not getting back to normal. So I told my wife, I'm like, I don't know what is going on, but this kind of concerns me. So that combined with, the other day I was climbing a ladder and got totally winded at the top of the ladder, which I've climbed the ladder 50 times a day, and that's never happened. And it didn't happen anymore after that, but I'm like, something doesn't feel right here. And so it was late, and it wasn't late, but it was like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and she's like, I don't feel comfortable driving you to the ER if something were to happen, like if you're having a heart attack or something like that. So I had to call 911, and they sent the first responders over. Ambulance came and checked me all over. They did like their portable EKG, and everything came back normal on that. They did all their little tests that they do. Everything seemed normal, but they couldn't rule out that I was having a heart attack or a stroke or something like that. So they definitely suggested that I go to the ER. We made the decision that my wife would just drive me to the ER. It didn't seem like I was going to die right then. So drove to the ER. My whole left arm and fingers still completely numb. Get there, they get me checked in, do all their standard tests. Like, they did the same test on me like 20 times between the first responders, the ambulance drivers, the people at the ER. Then they decided to do some blood work. I went and had a CT scan done and on my chest and my head, and everything was coming back normal. And they did want to rule out completely the idea that I had like a mini stroke or something like that. So they wanted to do an MRI, but because everything was coming back completely normal, I decided, forget it, we're not doing anymore. We're not doing the MRI. But in there somewhere, I remembered that the day before, I took a really hard fall working on the house. I tripped over a tarp that I had laid on the floor, and I fell hard, and it hurt my shoulder and my back and my neck. I didn't break anything, but it definitely hurt. And so I mentioned that to them, and they were sort of putting all of this together and thinking, yeah, I probably hurt my shoulder and there was swelling, which was pinching off some nerves. So 5 hours later, or whatever it was, 2 o'clock in the morning, we drove home and slept the rest of the night, and my arm completely went numb. Like it got better, but then my arm several times during the night went completely numb again. In fact, it's feeling kind of numb right now, but my shoulder also hurts too. So basically, I'm gonna live. It looks like I'm gonna live. I mean, none of us is guaranteed tomorrow, but I think I'm not having a heart attack. I'm not having a stroke. So I don't think I'm gonna die, but this numbing is kind of annoying, but I'm glad it's not seemingly life-threatening. So unfortunately, I had to bail out on guiding today. Thankfully, Kevin, my boss, was able to find somebody to take my spot, but I was looking forward to it. We got some clients from England that normally come every year, and I was gonna take them today. So I guess I'll just have to see them another time. But so I still have guide trips the rest of the week, and I think I'm gonna be fine for those. But in the meantime, I might as well go over and get some work done on the house. So thank you for everyone who reached out to me. Rumor got out pretty quickly that I was in the ER and what was going on. So thank you for all of the friends who reached out and were praying for me. I'm really thankful for you guys. And good news is I'm still here. So that's about it for that. Let's get rolling on house stuff. All right, I had to turn that heater off. Thing's noisy, but it's cold in here, so I need some warmth too. So I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. So I got this True Value Creamy White here. What's it called? It's called something. Let's see, I put the chip in my pocket. It's called Pongo, whatever that means. Pongo. It's just like an off-white, nice creamy white. And so I laid down a base coat of the black forest green, same thing I did on the island here, except for now I'm going over the whole thing with white. So this is my plan for the entire interior of the house. So paint everything with black forest green, let that dry. So I'm getting all the edges of my shiplap. It's not true shiplap because I'm not doing the little thing. I'm just getting roughs on 1x8s, or they're actually 5/8. But anyways, here I go. So what I did is I painted the black forest green, and then I just rolled over top of it this creamy white. And this is a trick I used to use when I did all the vintage signs years ago, is I leave just a little bit of the dark color underneath showing. And so that kind of gives it a cool vintagey look. In fact, let me flip this around. Let me show you. Probably gonna do all of the trim just in unstained. Maybe I'll stain it, I don't know. I'm just winging this, I'm making it up as I go. But you can see it sort of has a vintagey look now. This works with anything, even really smooth surfaces. You can do it with the roller, but it's especially easy doing it with rough sawn lumber. So that's what it looks like from a distance. So every wall in this entire house is gonna look like that. At least that's my plan for now. And then I'll trim everything with just rough sawn pine, and maybe I'll end up painting that as well, or maybe I'll just do a light golden stain on it. I don't know, I'm winging it. I'm flying naked here. So any little spots where the boards came too close, where the paint actually sticks in there like that, I'll just cut that out with a knife so it doesn't look weird like that. But the reason I painted everything dark is so that I could get that effect, and also that it would be a good contrast in between each board. Rather than painting the edges of the board white, I wanted those dark. So I want that contrast, so it definitely looks like shiplap. So I'm happy with it. I like that. I think this place is gonna look killer when it's all done. So I'm gonna keep working on that. Oh my goodness, it's Tuesday. It's been quite a week already, and it's only Tuesday morning. So we got a bunch of snow last night. I ended up with today off, and I'm guiding the rest of the week, so you guys gotta see this. Check this out. I gotta admit, the snow does look really pretty. I'm not a fan, not a snowmobiler, was when I was a kid, not a winter sports person, although I do love going for a hike in the snow. Other than that, it's just slippery roads and cold weather to me. But it certainly looks really cool. Pulling into the driveway here. I'm gonna have to get somebody over here to plow. Thought about getting a plow for the front of the Jeep, but I don't really want to put that wear and tear on my Jeep. I know it's not easy on them, but man, it sure does look pretty back here in the woods. I love how it makes the pine trees look. All that heavy, wet snow on these pines. So this would be a good day if our house was finished to be sitting inside, enjoying the views out our big windows. Wasn't a whole lot of work done in this video. It was more explaining what happened to me and stuff like that. But I'm gonna wrap this one up just because I don't want to make these videos too long. I actually had one of my clients say to me the other day, he's like, I watched the first 5 minutes of your video and then you lost me. I'm like, what? I'm like, you missed the best part. He's like, it was 16 minutes long. I'm like, so I get it. I get it. I'm not a person who can hold your attention for that long. Maybe I'll get there. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching. Next episode will be epic. Talk to you soon.